Of course, Irving's stat line is secondary to the controversy surrounding the Nets guard and his social media posts about an anti-Semitic film. Irving defiantly defended himself and his right to post following Brooklyn's game on Saturday. He's since deleted the post, and as was the case Monday night, did not speak to reporters Tuesday. GM Sean Marks did address things pregame.
You know, as it pertains to Kyrie, I mean, we are having discussions like it's been mentioned, you know, some internal, some external discussions. You know, I know from the highest levels, you know, we are involved with the ADL and getting their advice and just hopefully they can advise us. We can bring something to the table that both parties, all parties, can be at least understandable to one another here, and understand that there is no tolerance and no room for any hate speech, any anti-Semitic remarks whatsoever, whether it's in this organization or any organization for that matter.
There is precedent in the league for players being fined or punished for hate speech. Why haven't you guys disciplined Kyrie?
You know, I think we are having these discussions behind the scenes. I honestly don't want to really get into those right now. We're taking the advice, as I mentioned before. You know, we are talking to the ADL right now. That's on the Joe Tsai level, our CEO and myself, and a group, and really just trying to weigh up exactly what the best course of action is here. Part of it is going to be getting the sides together so they can understand, you know, where people are coming from. There's an education piece for everybody here. There's, as I've mentioned before, there's an empathetic piece to this and an understanding that, you know, we need to move on and we need to do the right thing, without a doubt. You know, he did not do media last night. He's not going to do media tonight. And you know, at some point he will come up here and do media again. But I think at this point it's you know, we don't want to cause you know, more fuss right now, more interaction with people. Like, let's let him simmer down and let's let this whole, I guess, let's the cooler minds prevail.
The NBA Players Association released the following statement Tuesday, notably not referencing Irving by name. Irving is, by the way, a VP with the union. Quote, anti-Semitism has no place in our society. The NBA-PA is focused on creating an environment where everyone is accepted. We are committed to helping players fully understand that certain words can lead to hateful ideologies being spread. We will continue to work on identifying and combating all hate speech wherever it arises. Nick Friedell is the Nets beat reporter. He joins us now from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Nick, help us understand what the vibe was like inside that building, around that organization tonight.
Kevin, it was somber. A lot of players were quietly walking off the floor into the locker room, just kind of shaking their heads because this team was built to win a championship, and they are nowhere close to that. Kevin Durant said he was shocked that Steve Nash was fired. Joe Harris said that Nash didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the group. It all happened so quickly in the last 24 hours. Then on top of that, Kyrie Irving looked disengaged. He did not play very well. For all the stuff that Kyrie has dealt with off the floor the last couple of years, you could always count on him delivering on the floor, usually game after game when he was out there. That didn't happen tonight. He did not look good. This team did not respond well to Jacques Vaughn switching in for Nash. And once again, when the Nets think they have made a move for the better, they find a way to make things much worse in the moment.
Somber and shocked and disengaged, the words of Nick Friedell. Nick, what is the perception around the league from people you're talking to about how the Nets are handling things?
They're also shocked, frankly, Kevin. When you talk to people around the NBA right now and you ask them what they think of the situation in Brooklyn, they just kind of shake their heads. They can't believe how things have been handled. And in all the years I've covered the league, I've been around a lot of different very bad situations at times in different cities. This is the most dysfunctional team I've ever seen. And every time you think the Nets are going to make a move that puts them a step ahead and puts them away from something that happened in the past, they take two steps backward with the next move that they make. So this is going to be an ongoing thing for this group, not only with the issues that Kyrie Irving is dealing with off the floor, but Kevin, this Nets team, they're not very good. They don't play defense. They're not in any kind of rhythm night to night. And you can see it when you watch them on the floor. They're looking at each other kind of going, well, where do we go next? So I don't care who the next coach of this team is. That will not fix the problems that ail them.
Nick, you call it an ongoing situation. What is the Nets' plan right now with respect to handling things with Kyrie going forward?
Kevin, in the moment, there really isn't a plan. They are waiting for Kyrie to feel comfortable enough to speak to the media again. And Sean Marks said flatly before this game against the Bulls, that press conference on Saturday night did not go well. The Nets did not like the way that Kyrie handled things. The league did not like the way that Kyrie handled things. So everybody is waiting to see how he responds in that next public format. But there is no timetable for when he may speak again. And the Nets are willing to deal with anything that they have to, whether it be a fine or something else, and let Kyrie take the time to collect his thoughts and then address what he said and what, frankly, he didn't say in that moment. But as of right now, the Nets are just waiting like everybody else so that Kyrie is ready to talk and feels comfortable when he does.
Maybe the best basketball going on in Brooklyn right now is the game going on behind you. Nick Friedell from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Thanks.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.